on the Miami Heat tonight, and they're going to have to do so without LeBron James. That is right. LeBron James is out tonight due to non-related COVID illness. So this is not good news for the Lakers. I mean, obviously, we need LeBron James to win. We're on a 2-game winning streak, and it would have been really nice to get this win in Miami. I don't really see us doing so without LeBron, if I'm being honest. I mean, we lost last time with LeBron. I don't know if we can get it done without LeBron, but who knows? Maybe guys will really step up. This could be a big game for a lot of our role guys. A lot of our role guys have really stepped up as of late in the absence of Anthony Davis. And so maybe with LeBron out, that will give these guys an opportunity to really kind of display what they display. Now, look, I mean, Miami's a good team, but I don't think they're a great team. Like, I think the Lakers still have a chance to win this game if they, put their heads down and they get it together and they come together and they're hitting shots and they're playing defense. They're doing what they're supposed to do. I do believe the Lakers can put up at least a respectable fight, right? Even if you lose, this is still a game that gives opportunity for these role guys to kind of get more comfortable in accepting these roles and kind of just making progress going forward. That's what we need. We need these guys to get confidence. We need these guys to continue to perform and deliver. I expect big games out of, Dennis Schroeder, Thomas Bryant, Austin Reeves. We're going to need him to step up. There's no real news on Walker, but hopefully Walker can come back. He's missed the last few games. So if he can come back, then maybe he can have a big game. That could be huge for us as well. Troy Brown, he's been very solid the last few games. If he can continue that could be great. Winning Gabriel, right? We need these role guys to kind of really step up their game, and this is going to be a good test against the Miami Heat. And so I hope that these guys can deliver without LeBron James. Granted, without LeBron James, this team is atrocious if you look at all of the advanced stats and everything like that. But maybe a full game without LeBron, without AD, maybe guys can step up. It's any given night, right? It's an 82-game season. You see bad teams beating the best teams night in, night out. It happens, right? So hopefully maybe the Lakers can catch some fire, get some confidence in them, and pull out a win. Now, also, Russell Westbrook would be a huge help. There's no word, at least at the time of recording this video, there's no word on Russell Westbrook and if he's going to play tonight. He missed the last game and was taken out because of a foot injury, and so they just didn't want it to progress. So hopefully, with the last couple days, hopefully he's kind of been able to get his foot right. We could really use him, especially with LeBron out. If Russ is in the game and he does play, hopefully that foot isn't affecting him, right? Hopefully he's able to be aggressive, because he just looked off, right, in the last game against the Hornets. And it was like, man, dude, Russ is having a bad night. But then you find out, like, okay, well, it's because he had a foot injury, right? He was trying to fight through the foot injury and just couldn't. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully, if he plays, that's not the issue again. Hopefully, he can come in, he can be aggressive, because we would really need him this game, especially to be an aggressive Russ, right? We need a Russ to go out. Like, this is Russ's opportunity to be Russell Westbrook. And I hope Darvin Ham allows him to. I don't believe Russ will start, because I believe Darvin Ham still likes him coming off the bench. So if he does come off the bench, I hope he plays ample minutes. And I hope Darvin Ham kind of let Russ off the leash, right? What do you got to lose tonight? If Russ plays, you don't have LeBron, you don't have AD, you might not have Walker, right? Like, let Russ loose. Let's see what Russ can do. Does Russ still have that 30, that 30, 15, and 15 guy in him? And I'm not saying he necessarily has to get that, because you need other guys to step up. But I could see Russ having a big game. If I'm Darvin Ham and Russ is playing, I'm telling him, like, are you good? Yes? Okay, tonight's your show. I need you to go out there. I need you to get other guys going, and I need you to get me, what LeBron would get me on a given night. I need you to get me 25 to 30 points tonight. I need you to go get me your 12 assists. I need you to carry this team. We need this win tonight. We cannot lose this game. We're trying to get to 500. Anthony Davis hopefully will be back soon. And LeBron James, he might miss a couple games. Who knows? So we're counting on you, Russ. Like, that would be my conversation with Russell Westbrook. Like, hey, dude, like, this is your moment. This is your time to shine. This is your time to show, like, you're still the guy, right? And I imagine Russ would do that. Right? Russ has done a good job of playing within the role that they want him to play, right? They want him to, be be cautious, don't be overly aggressive, pick and choose your spots, and be more of the playmaker, which is fine. Like, that's a great role for Russ to be in, especially off the bench. And he's, just greatly embraced that. And our bench is great because of that. Right? He is a huge reason our bench is a good bench this season. Because when Russ doesn't play, our bench is atrocious. And that's because Russ is that engine that keeps it going. And it's just nice to get Russ when he's in the game and LeBron's. That gives you a different look, gives you different energy, gives you different, sets and just speed. So hopefully that can be a look tonight that Russ can get. I mean, obviously, he's going to have to fight through walls and he's going to have to fight through a lot of stuff. But if guys are hitting shots tonight, that'll make it a lot easier for Russell Westbrook. So again, other guys are really going to have to step up. We're going to need to see guys knocking down shots. They have to hit their shots tonight more than any night, right? Because you need to open up the paint for Russell Westbrook so that way he can get to the hole and he can go get those easy layups, those easy buckets, and then other guys can get involved either. So if Russ plays, again, don't know if he will. We'll, I imagine, get the news at some point today. But if Russ plays, we need a big monster game from Russ. It's the only way I really see us pulling out this win is if Russ has a solid game. But in regards to the Anthony Davis front, we did get a little bit of news from Woj. So the Los Angeles Lakers have been without their big man, Anthony Davis, since he suffered a stress injury in his foot on December 16th, but he appears to be trending in a positive direction. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski reported on Wednesday's episode of NBA Today that Davis' progress is in his recovery continues to be encouraging, and he is relatively pain-free. So obviously, this is good news. We need Anthony Davis sooner rather than later, and we keep getting these reports that Anthony Davis is heading in the right direction, that Anthony Davis is progressing, and that the injury itself is he's not feeling any pain, he's not feeling any nagginess, which is good. And so I imagine he's going to start ramping things up, and he's going to start trying to get back to the court relatively soon. I still think it'll be probably mid-January at the soonest that he returns. I also imagine that the Lakers don't want to rush him back because last thing you want to do, especially if he has any type of stress on his foot, you don't want it to be a stress fracture, anything like that, because then he's basically done for the season. So if he does come back, I imagine that the Lakers wait until they get confirmation that no, he's good, he's fine. Let him get some test runs and stuff and kind of say, okay, yeah, he's good to go. Let's get him in the game, and then hopefully he can deliver and come back and be that dominant force he was last time he was playing. I mean, the Lakers were clicking. The Lakers were looking really good with Anthony Davis being the number one guy and being that monster. And then unfortunately he goes down, and it's been rough. It's been a battle since then. But the idea is, okay, we weather the storm, which we have for the most part, kind of been trading games, right? So we're weathering the storm here. Anthony Davis hopefully returns, and then we can make a real push. Maybe we get a trade. Maybe we get something. Tomorrow we can start the 10-day contract, so maybe we can get a couple free agents that can come in and maybe help bolster this roster a little bit, especially on the defensive side, because we don't really have trouble scoring. It's more of just stopping the other team from scoring. So if we can get Hassan Whiteside, Mo Harkless, guys like that, maybe they could come in, kind of help lessen the burden. And then when AD comes back, if those guys are playing great, maybe we could keep them and they could be complements to Anthony Davis. But I mean, we need Anthony Davis. It's as simple as that, right? We go as far as Anthony Davis takes us. He's the key. He's the engine. He's our workhorse. And unfortunately, he's just an injury-prone player. And hopefully, he can come back and stay healthy, relatively healthy. I doubt he goes the rest of the season without some type of injury, but hopefully it's not anything significant. Hopefully it's not him missing 2 months or a month of game time, right? Hopefully any other injuries, it's like a game or two here and there. He was looking good. I mean, it was looking really promising up until the point where he had the stress in his foot. But I don't know. Nonetheless, it's good. It's good news to hear that Anthony Davis is progressing, right, and that he is heading in a positive direction. But tonight, again, I mean, very likely we can chalk this up as an L. But I like to be a little more optimistic, a little more hopeful than that. So I do believe that they can get this done. We need big games from everybody. Everyone's going to really have to step up. Austin Reeves is going to have a really good, solid game. Hopefully Walker plays, because that would be really helpful. That's a guy that can go get you, 15 to 20. Russell Westbrook, if he plays, we need him to have a monster game. Look, if Russ can give us, 20 to 25. You can get Reeves that gives us, 15 to 20. Walker gives us, 15 to 20. Thomas Bryant's probably going to give us 15 to 20. I mean, right there, you have basically 80 points, roughly between those guys. And then you have everyone else kind of chiming in, chipping in a couple buckets. I imagine Dennis Schroeder might have a big game tonight. He's been doing pretty well lately, and he's had some moments. So if he could go get us 20, I could see us scoring enough to keep up with Miami. It's just, can we defend well enough to keep the game at least close enough to potentially win? That's going to be a big thing, right? Obviously, if the Lakers come out and they're just blazing, right, maybe we get a win. If the Lakers just shooting the lights out, maybe they get a win. But realistically, if the Lakers play the way that they have been lately, it's going to come down to the defensive end. I still think without LeBron James, if we have Russell Westbrook and we have Walker, I do believe we can score enough to at least especially against Miami, who they're not like an elite offense. They're not a team that's putting up 130 a night. So if it's going to come down to defense, like Miami is a team that I do believe the Lakers can keep up with offensively, even without LeBron James. But can they stop Miami, right? Jimmy Butler is going to have a field day, right? And that's going to be a problem. Bam, I think we can do a good job of trying to just make things difficult for Bam. And we'll see who else plays for Miami. Obviously, we're waiting for all the injury reports and stuff like that. We just got the news on LeBron James. But even if they are fully healthy and everyone's playing, I do believe the Lakers could sneak out a win here. Miami, they're on a win streak right now, so it'd be nice to come in and end that win streak, right, and continue ours. So one of these teams' win streak is going in, and hopefully it's Miami's and not ours. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Are you excited for this game? Are you not now because LeBron's not playing? Do you think we have a shot? Do you think we not? Do you think that we can pull this out? We can do it. I believe that this team can get it done. However you feel, whatever your thoughts are on everything we talked about, I'd love to hear them. Let me know down in the comment section below.